All right, so today we have a clip here of Dennis Prager just saying that he's a racist without actually saying that he's a racist. Here it is.
About a year ago, as I told you, and in which I said it from what I read, and I read extensively. If you find racist graffiti, or if you will, a racist graffito at a university, or let's say on a black student's dorm door, or if you find a noose or an expletive against blacks, the odds are blacks or some white leftist did it.
Odds are. Odds are.
So, of course, it was attacked by the left because they attack truth, because truth is not a left-wing value. So they didn't ask, is what Prager wrote true? They just attacked me for writing it.
And I'm gonna explain everything after we're done with the clip. There's about a minute left.
Did they offer any refutation? Absolutely not. So I said then, and I say now, if there's racist graffiti at a college or at a high school, I assume,
Here it comes.
of course I may be wrong, I just assume based on the odds that it was black kids that did it. And why are there so many race hoaxes?
Why?
I documented, I think, a dozen, but there are dozens, I suspect, because there's so little overt racism in the United States. You have to make it up. As I always point out, Jews didn't make anti-Semitic hoaxes in Germany in the 1930s because there was too much real anti-Semitism. You didn't need a hoax. The hoax industry proves how little racism there really is in America.
All right, so, I can't address each and every single thing he said because there was a lot to unpack in what Dennis Prager, I'm not a racist, but I'm pretty much a racist, said there. But I want to start with why he's even saying this. There was a story from Sacramento, California, where two young teenagers were captured writing racist graffiti on the walls of the high school, and these two students, they were black. This is the story that he's referring to. This is the story that he's basing pretty much what he's saying off of. This is the story that he's talking about in the beginning of the clip. This right here, these two students are very young. This has already been dealt with, and this is Dennis Prager's argument for there being little to no racism in America. There's no overt racism, especially against black people. And you also heard him say that, if you see racist graffiti at a school, a high school, or a university, he automatically assumes that black people did it. Even if it's racist toward black people did it to themselves, because that's how racism works, guys. Everyone knows this, but he's not right. And the first example I have here is not from a school, but I still wanted to include it because it happened like very recently, so I think it's important. This guy from Colorado was in New York, and he was standing near the Charging Bull statue, and he just went up and sprayed a swastika on it. And he was actually going around putting swastikas on different things, and he was white. This guy is white. His name is James. Wait. His name's James Ryan. That's his name. So that's one white guy spray painting literally a hate symbol, a swastika. But there's actually some other instances that I have here because for some reason Dennis Prager likes to think that everything is a race hoax. There's no such thing as racism. Of racist graffiti at a high school that has a black principal, and the graffiti in the bathroom literally just said, "We want a white principal," and this is what happened. You guys can go and research this story for yourself. Again, I don't want to focus too much on these things because I want to try to address as much as I can in a short amount of time. But there's a black principal of this school. His name is Keith S. Ford, and they found graffiti that he thought was threatening, and obviously it is. They said, "We want a white principal. We want a white principal. That's what was spray painted there. So, we have that. And then we have another instance of actual white teens, again, spray painting swastikas, okay? And claiming that they're not racist, and it's not racism. There is no racism in America, but they were, again, literally spray painting swastikas, putting hate symbols on and near school campus, okay? And the principal of these schools found this stuff. They found this, okay? Then Burton saw the letters like KKK. He saw the word fuck again to the words Jews. I can't repeat all of these words here, but this is what he saw. You guys can see it for yourself right here. This is what it says, guys. Okay, and there are, again, if you guys go and look, I'm sure this isn't about graffiti, but again, this is just, I'm sure you guys saw this video when it was going around. This student at a university, this white girl, being. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with her. I'm not going to play this video because I might get in trouble for it, because I've gotten in trouble for playing certain videos in the past, even though other people can play videos and they don't get in trouble. But you guys might have seen this video. If not, I encourage you to go and watch this video. It might make you a little upset. Trigger warning if you go do and research this video. But go and look at this white student who was literally just completely and utterly harassing the fuck out of this black student for no reason other than the color of her skin. And again, you guys know that it's the left, they say, that likes to make everything about race. What Dennis Prager is failing to realize, he literally said, and I will play it for you guys again, that odds are that if a black person, odds are that if there is racist graffiti done on a school campus or near campus or whatever, he automatically assumes that black people did it. And there's no statistics to base that off of. That is literally his personal racist bias showing. I don't know why he would even say that. Again, I've said this before. These people, they just need to come out and admit that they're fucking racist. I'm so tired of this bullshit where they say, I automatically assume this or automatically assume that. Bro, you're racist. You just said it without saying, you know what, I'm racist. I don't like black people. That's the only thing that he didn't say, because he's too much of a pussy to really say that, even though that's clearly how he feels.
Oh, let's say on a black student's dorm door, or if you find a noose or an expletive against blacks, the odds are blacks or some white leftist did it.
Odds are. But when I look this up, when I try to research this, there's no statistics. There's no facts behind what Dennis Prager is saying. And again, what do the conservatives love to say? What's Ben Shapiro's favorite term? Facts don't care about your feelings. Dennis, show me facts. I showed you guys a very few examples. Those examples that I provided, they're not the only examples that I found. Those were the ones I wanted to show you. Those are the ones I chose to show you guys. I even showed you the story that Dennis Prager was originally addressing. He wants to say that all this stuff is hoaxes. Dennis, it's not. And again, now there's this argument that somehow the white people are becoming oppressed. I don't know where that's coming from. I know Dennis didn't say that himself, but that's what this new argument that I'm starting to hear coming from the right now. And it's like, where are you getting this batshit crazy take? Where is Dennis Prager getting that every single thing, all racist graffiti, someone finds a noose hanging in their dorm room or in their shit, that's like a hoax? Like, if you automatically assume that all of this stuff is fake, or if it's all a hoax, that is a problem, and that's your problem. It's not society's problem. You are the problem there, okay? I used to think radically differently than I do now. I grew up in a Republican household, okay? I used to think way differently than I do now, and trust me, coming from someone who used to be, I mean, this is before I even cared about politics, but I would have considered myself a Republican. I can tell you that it's you that's the problem. It's not society. You can't just think and say, oh, it's all a hoax. There's little to no overt racism. If you think that, you are a racist. I'm sorry, but you are. It's like that saying, inaction in the face of injustice is siding with the oppressor or something like that. I don't know the exact quote. Maybe I was right on that. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm not, please correct me in the comments, but it's like that. Yeah, that's what I was basically trying to get across with this video. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, please hit the like button. It helps me out so much. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and then press that little bell and turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.